Hi, I'm Casey Finn, and I'm here to talk about the inspiration behind my multi-award winning, best-selling young adult novel, The Mind's Eye. This is a paranormal and historical tale about a telepathic girl who uses her gift to find a boy who's clinging to his last hope during the war-torn climate of Europe in 1940. It's a paranormal tale with romance, family drama, and international settings, and the protagonist is a 15-year-old girl who spends most of her time in a wheelchair due to her battle with juvenile arthritis. She has the paranormal ability of remote viewing, which helps her to step into other people's heads and play her part in the war effort, even though she can't be there physically. So, some of the points of inspiration whilst I was writing this book came from travel. I was lucky enough to be in Norway during a cruise, and we found a museum in Oslo that was a World War II resistance museum. It wasn't something that I'd ever seen before, so we took the opportunity to find out something new, and I found all these incredible, ingenious things that the Norwegian resistance did in secret during the occupation. When the Nazi soldiers came in and took over the capital of Oslo during the 1940s. So that really gave birth to Henry, who is one of the main characters in the story, whom our heroine helps, looking at the Second World War from that kind of underdeveloped perspective, an area that we don't normally see when we read war books, or especially when you read them as textbooks in the classroom. So I thought that would be particularly interesting to explore in this tale. The other element that was a really important inspiration to me in this was to be writing something from a real life which represented a part of myself, and that was the protagonist Kit's illness and being stuck in a wheelchair and being physically weak during her teenage years. I didn't personally have juvenile arthritis, but I did have medical conditions that gave me extreme fatigue and physical difficulties during my teenage years, and I felt that it was important in young adult fiction to showcase diverse protagonists who still have talents and skills in spite of having disabilities and are able to overcome them, but also to be able to relate and to empathise with these characters. For those of us who don't fit the bill for the typical heroines from young adult literature. So my advice to new writers would come in two forms based on this particular book. I would say never pass up the chance to go to a museum. Even if it's not something that's normally your bag, or it's a subject area that you don't have any interest in yet, you can expand your horizons and learn new things which are sure to spark inspiration when you're writing. Incorporate your own voice if you have something to say, especially if it's going to represent a more diverse group or condition or issue than what you typically see in the genre that you're writing for. Lived experiences are relatable and important in fiction if we're going to diversify as we move into the future. So make your unique perspective heard through your characters and their struggles.